Monday. Still got a lot to say. The Late Show. We're talking about QB1, Action Jackson, the potential three-time regular season MVP. But there's one major blemish: the playoffs. His legacy continues to diminish when it comes to the biggest moments. At down 3-5, the Flex Zone ponders the question: will the Ravens be able to win a Super Bowl with Lamar Jackson? Let's talk about it. We're up late. We got a lot to say. We're going to vent. It's the Flex Zone Podcast. What is going on, everybody? Late night, early on your Monday morning, the Flex On Podcast. Only place where I give you sports how you want it.
When you need it.
How you feeling, Raj? 27, 25.
Can't sleep, man. I just it's a terrible feeling. But this is what we have to endure, being Ravens fans.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you go straight into it, man. We came with this video. I did a separate video. You wanted to talk about this, kind of looking at it. Now 3-5. I'll bring up the numbers. Lamar Jackson in the playoffs. How you feeling, Raj? Despite all the things he didn't have, he still had a chance to win, and through his own doing and doing of others, almost Ravens, as we call them.
I've been pondering this question of what if, what if he doesn't throw the interception? What if he doesn't fumble the football? What if Mark Andrews catches the ball? What if Derrick Henry catches the ball? What if Mark Andrews catches the 2-point conversion? And every year it's the same thing. What if? What if? What if? And to be honest with you, I don't know if Lamar is ever going to win a championship with this team. It seems like we're a team that always is built very well. We're a team that always competes very well at a high level. We're always winning regular season games, beating a lot of good teams in the regular season. And we pretty much are very well coached, very well disciplined outside of the penalties. And we get the job done when people think we don't in the regular season. But every time we get into this postseason, and I mean every time we get into the postseason, we always find ways to beat ourselves. And honestly, I don't think it's going to change for next year. I Even if we have 11 draft picks coming up, I don't see it changing not one bit. I, I and I think Harbaugh's going to stay. I don't think he's going anywhere. Although Mark Andrews is catching hell right now, I don't think he's leaving. I don't think he's going anywhere. We'll get Zay Flowers back. Bateman will be back again as well. We'll probably sign a free agent that is not really, a great third option, but he'll be a decent third option. A lot of the pieces that are here are going to stay outside of the people that are free agents. like I said before in the post game show, only think three people are staying. I think it will be Ronnie Stanley is one, Darius Washington is another, and the other one would be Patrick Ricard. I think all three of them stay. Outside of that, everybody else can walk. But the question is, can Lamar Jackson win a championship? And I just don't see it, man. I don't. They can't get out their own way, especially when it matters the most. They can't win big games in the postseason. And when January comes, is they do stupid things. They freeze up and they forget how to play Ravens football. They don't run the football very effectively. And it's a thing that's been going on even before Lamar. After the Super Bowl in 2012, even though we got lucky that year, we got extremely lucky. We found ways after that to lose games. And 2014, we was up 2 touchdowns against the Patriots. We couldn't close the game out. We let them right back in it, and they beat us. Uh, then we got in, 2018 with Lamar's rookie year. Um, we playing the Chargers. They manhandle us because they played us, I think, 2 weeks before. So they figured out what we were going to do to them, and they took us out to the woodshed. 2019 with Derrick Henry going crazy in the divisional round. We couldn't stop him. We got blown out, and we completely beat ourselves. 2020, we beat the Titans that year, and then we lose. Who was it? Was it the Buffalo Bills? Yeah, I think we lose to the Buffalo Bills 3-17. Lamar throws a pick six, and he gets knocked out the game with a concussion. And the year after that, we don't make the playoffs because Lamar's hurt. And then the year after that, Lamar's hurt again. We do make the playoffs, but instead of running the football, Tyler Huntley decides to, I think, run it himself and gets knocked back, fumbles the football. We lose a very close game to the Cincinnati Bengals. And then the year after that, we lose to the Kansas City Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. Very heartbreaking loss. They forgot how to play football yet again. And this year, again, we are sitting as losers to the Buffalo Bills again. So I don't know where this team is going to go at from here. Like I said before, they'll retool. They'll probably bring in some more people, bring in some more pieces. They'll have a nice regular season team if they stay healthy for 2025. But when all the chips are on the table, I just feel that I don't see him winning anything, man. I don't, and I hope I'm wrong. I want to be wrong, but time and time again, I mean, every time somebody shows you who they are, you have to believe it. And what the Ravens have shown me for the longest time is that they cannot get the job done. They are losers, and they will continue to be that way until something changes. And I know it's frustrating to the fan base. I know it's very heartbreaking, but that's the truth. That's just what it is, man. And I don't know what else to say. They allowed a golden opportunity today because Buffalo didn't even really do anything. They just literally played basic football and they won. They played basic football. They didn't turn the ball over. Josh Allen didn't even have a fantastic game. But when he needed to make a play, he made it. When he needed to go down, he went down. When he needed to run the football with Cook, he ran it. And we just couldn't do the same with our players. We literally shit the bed. Non-Pro Bowlers, man. Non-Pro Bowlers on this team. One didn't play, of course, being Zay Flowers. But we have non-Pro Bowlers. One all one team. Well, the quarterback is first team All Pro. Probably will be winning his third MVP in a couple of weeks, and it won't mean a damn thing. So I don't know. It is what it is with this Ravens team. Has been the luck of our franchise. We're a team that makes the postseason. We're a team that plays well in the regular season. We do very well with attendance. We sell out most of good time at M&T Bank Stadium, but when the playoffs come, we look like complete garbage, and we usually beat ourselves by being stupid with the football and not getting the job done when it matters the most.
Where do you see this Ravens team moving forward, Raj? You got Kansas City, you got Buffalo, couldn't beat them. You didn't even get to Kansas City. You got Pittsburgh in your division, Cincinnati. They didn't make the playoffs, but each of those games came down to the wire. CJ Stroud isn't going anywhere. And as a brother down 95, you love Jaden Daniels. We see what
No, it's not going to be easy. You have too much competition in the AFC right now. You have a lot of quarterbacks that, that are good, that know how to win. That's been, two of them has been to the Super Bowl, being Burrow and of course Mahomes, who is freaking unbelievable at this point. And it's like now if Josh Allen finds a way to be Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, then he'll be in the Super Bowl. And Lamar will just be waiting in the wind, waiting in the wings, as they would say. Like I said, it's just frustrating. They'll still be a contending team. Don't get me wrong. The Ravens will still be a contending team, but it's not about being a contending team. It's about winning, and they don't know how to. They don't know how to win. They and like you said, it's just so much competition, coming for the Baltimore Ravens, and then you got the people coming in the draft that's going to make a difference as well. And Jaden Daniels is not going anywhere. He's only going to get better with the Commanders. So it's going to be an uphill battle, man. I mean, Lamar's not getting any younger. He'll be 28. Oh, he is 28. He'll be 28 through the season. If they make the playoffs, he'll be 29. He'll have 1 year left after next year. And it's just like every time it just feels like every time they play that promise that he made at the draft that he's going to win a Super Bowl for us. You know, I believe him, but I just don't see it. I don't. I don't see it, man. And like I said, it's not like I said in the post game show. It's not all of his fault, but he contributes to it. He contributes to a lot of the nonsense that happens. And his teammates, of course, they can't get the job done, and it's a shitty feeling. It really is. It's like I think this team is in limbo. It's like they keep doing the same thing over and over again, like Groundhog's Day, and they can't get out their own way. They can't.
how you feel about this with over 80 wins in a 7 game span since Lamar pretty much has been a starter, Raj, not being able to get it done. I know they said the coach did win it that next season and 0-9 games, 10 or more points at the half in the Lamar Jackson era as well. And the Raiders are the only other team winless, 0-26.
I don't know what to really think about that, man. I don't. I mean, those numbers are. I mean, he has over what? He said he has over 80 wins. Yeah, he has over 80 plus wins. Or the franchise has over 80 plus wins, and he
Well, he
has
was the starter in 2018, right? Basically. Well,
yeah,
halfway through.
half
Yeah.
of the season he
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I mean, who cares, man? At the end of the day, who gives a damn how many starts he's won? None of that shit matters. The only thing that matters is what did you do in the playoffs? How did you play? Where did the team go at? And his record in the playoffs is 3-5. That's what it is. That's what it's going to be for this next upcoming season until he changes the narrative, until they change the narrative. And, and they say the same thing every year. Well, it's always next season. Well, next season we're going to get better. Well, next season we're going to get this person, that person, or whatever to help Lamar. And they've done that. They've gotten Derrick Henry. They've gotten OBJ. They've gotten people, here and there to help. But when these people are counted on to really, really help, a lot of them disappear. And Derrick Henry didn't disappear today. He played pretty well, although he should have ran the ball a little bit more. And That's just how it goes, man. That's just how it goes. The regular season wins don't really mean anything. It's all about the postseason, what you can do in the postseason, and they have not gotten the job done. And that's just what it is. That's just plain and simple. Arguing with people on Facebook, you know, pretty much tonight. Oh, why you gotta be this way? Why you gotta be negative? Why can't you have more confidence? Because this team doesn't give me confidence. They don't give me confidence. If they would play the way they're supposed to play, I would have confidence. But they beat themselves. It's as clear as day. They beat themselves. They're always the better team. They always making mistakes that leads to their own demise. It's not like the other team is actually beating the hell out of them or beating them legitimately. They do things to themselves for the other team to take advantage. And that's exactly what they did tonight. The Buffalo Bills did nothing special. They didn't really run the football extremely well. Josh Allen only had 127 yards passing. I mean, if Lamar doesn't turn the ball over twice, if Mark Andrews, like I said, if he catches the ball and holds on to the ball, if Derrick Henry catches the ball out of the backfield, which was a wide open touchdown for what I heard, we're not having this conversation right now. We're talking about the AFC Championship game between the Ravens and Chiefs, but that's just not the talk of the town. So, like I said before, this team beats themselves every time in January. They have done it outside of 2012 and outside of 2000, of course, because they nobody was beating them in 2000. That just wasn't happening. But every other year after that, they played down to that competition, especially in the Lamar era. So that's just what it is, Byron.
And you see, now you're going to see these type of things. Josh Allen, most yards per game and touchdowns per game among all quarterbacks. And like you said, Josh Allen, he overcame that narrative. Remember, he was the guy who would turn the ball over and make the big crucial mistake in the biggest moments. He did make it on Sunday night. He made the safe play. He did just enough, like you said. And he's going on to face Patrick Mahomes. And whoever doesn't make a mistake in that game probably going to win.
Pretty much. And shout out to Josh. He did what he was supposed to do. He cleaned up his act um, from last year when he was a turnover machine. This year he didn't have too many turnovers at all. Didn't turn the ball over tonight. Team was very disciplined. They made big plays when they needed to make them. They took advantage of our mistakes as good teams are supposed to do. And they're going on to face the Kansas City Chiefs, who are defending champions, who don't turn the ball over at all, really. They continue to be that team that is a team of destiny. And at this point in time, they deserve it, man, because nobody can really beat them. They only lost to me. They only lost one game, and that's to the Buffalo Bills. But that's the regular season. We gotta see what happens next week. And you got two teams that don't really, beat themselves. So it should be an extremely good game. But like I said before, man, if Lamar ever wants to get on that level, man, he has to. He has to stop turning the ball over. And on top of that, his teammates got to help him. His teammates got to be better. Coaching has to be better. Decision making has to be better. None of that stuff. None of that stuff was good tonight. And I know they want to say, oh, Harbaugh did a great. No, Harbaugh did not do a great job. You do not go for it on. You do not do the 2 point conversion in the third quarter. You just scored an extra point. Then we're down a point. That way, when we score this touchdown, all you need to do is make an extra point to go into overtime. You make the game hard for yourself when you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that at all. So yeah, man. I know I was hyped up at Buffalo Wild Wings a little earlier, but it's just a realization, man, that you know this is where we're at right now. We're in limbo. We're a team that can make the playoffs. We're a team that looks good during the regular season. We're on Steven's A list most of the time, on ESPN, top 5 team, because we look great in the regular season. But when the playoffs come, we turn into the cowardly lion, from the Wizard of Oz. We just we shrink in big moments, and it's a very disgusting way to look at it. But that's just what it is. That's the truth. That's the truth of the matter. And until they can fix that narrative, until they can overcome themselves, until they can actually put it together for a complete playoff run, Lamar Jackson will be ridiculed. Lamar Jackson will be called a loser. Lamar Jackson will be not a top 2 or 3 quarterback in this league. He will be right behind Josh Allen, right behind Joe Burrow, right behind Patrick Mahomes. And hell, if Jaden Daniels do what I think he's going to do, he'll be right behind him as well. And that's a goddamn shame because he just got in the league and he's already won 2 playoff games, looks poised as ever, and has his team balling going into the NFC Championship game with a chance to make the Super Bowl in his first ever playoff appearance. So until they change the narrative, man, this is what it is, man, with the Baltimore Ravens. They're the almost team. They almost win. They almost get it done. They almost, can stop the other team, but they can't. They always seem to stop themselves when it matters the most.
How about this? Derrick Henry, when he rushes for 85 yards or more, 11-0. He had 84 yards. They lose. Lamar Jackson only runs the ball 6 times. Do you think he could have ran a little more? Or do
Yes,
you think they could have gave it to Henry
yes,
more? Justice Hill did
no,
have a good game.
no.
Okay.
What Lamar did last week against the Steelers, he should have did the same shit this week. Run the football. He had plenty of opportunities to take off. Plenty. He could have. He did. I mean, he did a lot of what you call it, not wildcat, but direct snaps, or he could have fake given the ball to Henry and took it himself. He didn't do any of that tonight. He didn't do none of that. I don't know. I don't understand why. You had plenty of opportunity to take the game in your own hands, and you didn't do it. And when you
He
do
had
do
all
that,
day to throw most of the time. He was just sitting back there. The old line did a good job in pass protection.
yeah, yeah, the O line did great. I mean, Falele played well. Uh, and Patrick McCarry played well. Lindenbaum had a bad snap, but all in that, he played well. And like I said before, he had plenty of time, but he could have ran the football a little bit more in the first half. He really could have. And had he done that, it would have threw the Buffalo Bills off just a little bit. But that's neither here nor there, man. We could scream till the cows come home. They didn't do it, especially when they needed to do it. And he's going he's gonna be kicking himself looking at the film, on Monday as they clean out their lockers of what he could have done or what they should have done, you know. And I know everybody's gonna blame, Mark Andrews for this loss. Or they gonna put it on him. Nah, bruh. If Lamar doesn't turn the ball over, 2 times, if he does not turn the ball over, throwing a pick, and fumbling the football, we don't lose this game. It doesn't have to come down to Mark Andrews. Does he play a factor? Of course he plays a factor in it. Of course he didn't play his best ball. And we've seen that. We've seen that throughout his entire career here. He has really done anything in the playoffs to help Lamar Jackson. So I'm not surprised at all that he played the way he played because he's never shown us that he's that type of tight end to get the job done. He's not. He's not. That's why he's not on the tier of a Kelsey. He's not on the tier of a George Kittle. He's like tier 2, tier 3. And I'm not trying to say this to down Mark, but it's the truth. He doesn't show up in big moments, and he'll let you down. So I'm not complete. Like I said, I'm not completely blaming it on him. It's just what he's shown us throughout the years. But that's like I said before. If Lamar doesn't turn the ball over and do his little fumbling thing, I mean, you don't give up 7 points straight up, and on top of that, you get a field goal out of it because Justin Tucker looked good tonight. He didn't miss not one kick, and I think he probably would have made a 45 or 50 yarder if given a chance. So when you take points off the board, man, that really hurts the team. And Lamar took 3 points off the board, gave 7 to the Buffalo Bills instead with that costly turnover in the second quarter.
What do you think about some of the unrestricted free agents coming up, Rod? As we already, I know you mentioned Darius, Ron, Kyrie, and Ricard. There's no way they're gonna be able to sign all those guys, right? The Ravens don't. I mean, I don't know.
I told you I just want 3 of them back. I'll take Stanley back. They can give him a nice deal. I can get Project Pack and come back. He did nothing but solid things this season when given the chance. And our Darius Washington is a restricted free agent. Please bring him back with the quickness, because once you inserted him into the defense, that back end got a lot better. So please, those out of those 3 people, they can come back. Everybody else on that list, the Stevens, Tre'Davious Whites of the world, the Nelson Aguilars, all those people can go. Free agents that we got now, they can go. Oh, of course, Marcus Williams too. He'll be a free agent, so he can get up out of here as well. He's regressed and he's costing. Is they need to be honest with you, they need to take a couple of those draft picks and go get Max Crosby. Take a couple of those draft picks, go get a Max Crosby, or maybe a Myles Garrett of sorts. Get somebody of substance that can help that pass rush in critical times, man. And don't get me wrong, I like Calvin Noy. Calvin Noy is nice. All right. Owe had a solid, second season as well. But you still need another guy, man, that goes in there and can still when those guys get a little winded, a little tired, you still got another guy that's going to knock the hell out of the quarterback or put pressure on the quarterback. And we didn't have that in this game that much. Now he got a little decent pressure on Josh Allen, but they needed like a guy that's going to cause havoc, create fumbles, and they couldn't get it at all. So if they can use a couple of those draft picks, get it like a Max Crosby or somebody of his ilk, that would help. But
They
I'll
ain't
say
getting no
this.
Max Crosby. You know that. You know that.
I know, but I'm just saying, if they would do these things, it would
They
help
could have
them.
did that at this deadline. They wanted to.
It would help them in the long run if they do these things. But I know Eric is on a tight budget. He wants to be stubborn.
Yeah, they ain't got no money.
He wants to use all 11 draft picks. I get it. I understand. Um, but yeah, I think the position they should be looking at probably is cornerback. I think they need a solid third guy because Stevens is gone. He's trash. Or he played like trash. I ain't gonna say he's trash. He played like trash. Tre'Davious White, I don't think is coming back. But if he does, it'll be
Oh,
on a cheap
Stevens is a
deal.
free agent too. Stevens
Yeah,
is
I
a free
know.
agent.
I know he's not coming back.
Aguilar,
Um,
Wallace.
yeah,
Might need a receiver
Arthur
too.
Millette, I think Arthur Millette is as well. And he was hurt most of the year. So there's a lot of corners that are getting out of here as well. So they're gonna probably need to draft another cornerback in the first or second round. I prefer the first round. Get a cornerback in the first round. Maybe you look at a tight end, in the later half of the draft as well. Especially if you don't get Isaiah Likely back, you might want to retool at that spot. Also, if you can get another wide receiver, that would be nice. The one that you're going to play and not have on the bench most of the year, collecting, paychecks and doing nothing. That would be also nice as well. But the Ravens they need consistency, man. They need guys that can go out there and play consistently. And they have it at some positions and some positions they don't. But I just think that they need to go out there. If I'm Eric DaCosta, I'm going out there and I'm trying to get a dominant pass rusher. But I know they're not going to do it.
I mean, honestly, just looking at the draft, Rod, just not that deep either. So 11 picks in this draft. Honestly, I'm not impressed. And picking at what they're gonna be picking at. I don't know the number now,
27,
26.
probably
Yeah,
26.
the normal place where they usually pick, and they like to trade out. Not a deep draft. I don't really. You got 11 picks. It's not gonna do anything for me, and I don't know if they're gonna sign anybody. Like I said, maybe Kyle Hamilton gets an extension. You got Roquan and Matt BK tied up, so Washington's restricted, so you can match whoever meets with him. Patrick Ricard, most teams don't use a fullback. Stanley, I could see those guys coming back. I agree, but I mean, do you maybe take a flyer on it? I know I've seen it lately. our good friend Kevin Ostrach was talking about Tyreek Hill. Honestly, I don't know what's going to happen with that, the receiver market,
Yeah.
but a Tyreek Hill.
Yes, yes, you take a flyer on him. You take a flyer on whoever is nice at this point. You bring them in. You need guys like that. You need guys that has been there and done it. Tyreek Hill's done it already. He's a Super Bowl champion with Kansas City. And he gets open, he makes big plays. You need guys like that. He would definitely help out Isaiah Flowers. He would definitely help out a Rashad Bateman. He can be a nice piece that you put in there. So I don't know. They need to swing for the fences, man. They need to switch it up. If they want to have a chance to actually get out of January, they need to switch it up. I understand you want to run the football a lot, and I want to run the football a lot with Derrick Henry, but you got to be able to play both at critical times. And as of right now, Mark Andrews is not a critical player at all. Rashad Bateman did his thing today. I gave him special kudos to Rashad. When it was time for him to catch the football, he caught it. He did not drop anything. He looked great. So shout out to him. Shout out to my boy, man. We've been giving him hell
That's
for
the
these last
Bateman we've been hoping for, right?
yeah, we've been giving him hell for these last 3 years, but this year he has definitely stepped his game up to doing big things. So we're very proud of him over here. Got to get a healthy Zay Flowers going into the playoffs next year, and we got to get him back on track. He had a solid season, but we just need a little bit more from him as well. But yeah, man, if you can overstack this team with more, weapons for Lamar, and more linemen that are pretty good, and just in case anybody goes down, that's always going to be a plus. But yeah, man, I think this team needs to go out there and get as many playmakers as possible. Don't be cheap when it comes to these guys because they don't grow on trees. Just go out there and get some more people, man. Get as many as you possibly can. We seen what happened when Deontay Johnson wasn't even made a factor. Had he played, who knows, man? Maybe he would have made a difference today.
Who? Go Google it.
Exactly. You got to go Google it because he's on the team, but he's going to be used as draft capital. So, like I said, man, you need as many weapons as possible. You need people you can rely on. And as of right now, his Lamar's weapons are not reliable outside of maybe a Bateman now and an Isaiah Likely, and maybe Zay, but Zay didn't get a chance to do anything this postseason.
Yeah, picking at 27 behind the Texans, who need offensive line, the Rams, who could use probably offensive line. So I don't know. Maybe somebody falls to the Ravens at 27, and we pick before the Lions. So we know they need defense as well. So we can get something there because I don't, like I said, looking at this draft, I don't know if it's a deep draft. I don't really love a lot of players there, but I would go, like you said, they're going to have to make a move. Maybe it's Tyreek Hill. I don't know what that move is. I don't know really who else is a free agent, but that could be an option if they trade him. But they didn't want to trade Calais Campbell to us. Remember, they vetoed that.
Bro, you gotta do whatever you can do now. We're at a desperation point right now. We're in limbo. We're in purgatory, as the weekend would say. We're in purgatory. So they got to figure out something. They got to do something, man, to spark interest and to get this fan base flowing again, because it's like we're doing the same things over and over again, thinking that's going to be a different result. We already know we're the best rushing team in the league. We already know Lamar Jackson can throw the football, for 4,000 yards and get 41 touchdowns and only like 4 interceptions in the regular season. We've been there and we've done that. We have to get over the playoff hump. So they're going to have to figure out something for the playoff hump. That's where we're at right now. And they continue to keep doing the same shit over and over again that gives you the same results, which is losses. So you have to swing for the fences. You have to do something that you're not uncomfortable with. And at this point, I think that's the way they should go. Do something that's uncomfortable, because because at this point you're comfortable in losing. This is a fact. You're comfortable being losers, and losing is not good at all, especially in this position. It's bad enough that we're not we're a great regular season team, but it's terrible that we're the best team every year, and we just fall short. every year. It's not good. Are you frozen, Byron? Okay, I think Byron is frozen. He was looking at Richard Sherman and the NFL, I think, crew on. Okay, never mind. He's not frozen anymore. Are you back? Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. No, you finish your thought.
No, no. I mean, no. I was just saying, man.
Okay.
Yeah, you got frozen, so I was like, I was done with my sentence. But like I
Oh,
said,
no,
now
you good.
they just need to go out there and needed to shake it up. They needed to shake it up, man. Do something different to help this team get over the hump. Whatever that is, you got to get a go. Go out there and get a goon, man. Go out there and get somebody that's going to, sit on some people. That how they used to do it back in the day. How they would send out the goon, and all of a sudden, a certain running back or a certain quarterback wouldn't come back after they sat on them, and they'd be suspended for a little bit. But that's fine. They did their job. They need to do something like that. You know what I'm saying? Not completely hurt the guy, but just get him up out of there. Just for the game.
You're looking at some of the big free agents. You got T. Higgins, obviously. From a receiver standpoint, Chris Godwin, so another receiver. I love Chris Godwin if we could get him. Khalil Mack.
I'd love to have
Right.
him.
I mean, I know he's getting a little older, but he could help out.
He'd be
Where was
cheaper,
Owe
though.
today? Did he play?
Oh,
Owe?
yeah, he played today. He didn't do nothing.
Did he do anything
played.
today? Okay.
No,
Okay.
he
Amari
was
Cooper
the
didn't do anything either. He looks like he's about. Amari Cooper looks like he's on his last leg as well. I'd pass on him. Not really. Josh Sweat. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they're going to sign somebody like that. Stephon Diggs, right? He can come home for cheap.
No, Stephon can stay where he's at on the couch.
Hassan Reddick, did he ever come back this year?
It didn't even matter. He got paid to do nothing.
DeAndre Hopkins didn't do anything yesterday either, and the Chiefs still won.
He's on his last leg.
So outside of T. Higgins, which I don't think they're going to get, I'm doubting.
No, not at all.
I'm not loving any of these people. Like I said, I don't know. Justin Fields is a quarterback. I mean, Aaron Jones. I don't know, man. I don't know. None of these names really are like, oh, I'm going to go sign this guy. Like I said, maybe Josh Sweat, maybe. But he's an injured guy, isn't he? I don't know.
Like I said before, Byron, get the three people back that you need.
Yeah, I agree.
Everybody else will be a draft pick.
Yeah, I agree.
Everybody else will be a draft pick at this point. They don't need to go out there and be goofy with their money. They've been there, done that with Marcus Williams and the other cat, who was the other safety, Earl Thomas.
Oh, Earl Thomas and Eddie Jackson.
Yes, and Ed Jackson, who didn't serve us any good. So, yeah, man, keep your money, save your money. See if you can get an extension with Lamar. I know that's not going to happen, but try anyway.
Oh, restructure.
Oh, yes,
Get some
definitely.
more money.
And add more years to it. Yes, please.
Yes.
And thank you.
Yeah.
But that's not going to happen. But Kyle Hamilton, see how that goes. Marcus Williams, he's out of there. Brandon Stevens, he's out of there. And just retool, man. They're not gonna, they're not gonna blow it up or anything. But they're just in the point of limbo. Like I said before, they're in purgatory. And until they figure out what they need to do, until they figure out how they can get over the hump, this is where they will be. They'll be a good team, and in the regular season, a damn near great team, a top 5 team on Stephen A's list. But like I said before, until they can get over the hump, they're losers. So I know that, and I know that's harsh. I know that's
the truth, man. It's the truth.
It's harsh. I know. I get it, but it's the truth. And I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I ain't going to sit here and sugarcoat it. I ain't going to make excuses for anybody. It just is what it is, man. It really is. So to answer that question again about Lamar Jackson, can he win the Super Bowl with this team? At this point, no, he cannot. He cannot win the Super Bowl with this team until some changes are made, until some things get right, until he stops turning over the football, until his teammates step up and help him, until the coaching staff steps up and help him. They're not going to go anywhere. They're going to continue to keep doing the same thing over and over again. And it's going to be ugly. It's going to be pathetic. It's going to be sickening. But this is what the Ravens carousel has been. It's been just goofy and letdowns every single year. So this is what it is, man. So they can turn it around, get it together, and get out their own way.
Any final thoughts, Raj? And let the people.
Not Michael Thomas. He is beyond finished. He's
Yeah, I said Chris Godwin on Khalil Mack, or maybe Josh Sweat. I don't know, but because I don't 27 drafting a rookie, I don't expect much. We saw what happened with the Jabo. I mean, it is what it is. I don't know.
Yeah,
always comes and goes.
He's a failed experiment. Waste of a draft pick as well.
Yeah,
nice guy though, but he's not it. He ain't it.
He'll probably be cut. He might be cut also. So definitely gonna need front seven pass rush because Van Noy. How much longer is he gonna be able to get double digit sacks? So, and is this just
next year? Yeah, it's
a fluke for Owen? Right. This is just a fluke.
Van Noy will be in the house, and I think he'll still be productive. But I'm still ready for next year already. So come on.
I don't.
You ready for another heartbreaking loss next year, Charlie? I mean, you ready to go on that ride again, just to be let down? Because this is where this is going at, man. This is what this is. You're gonna get excited. You're gonna feel some type of way. You're gonna get your Ravens merch. You're gonna go to a bunch of games. You might even go out of town. You know, maybe to Miami.
Sounds like you, man. Sounds like you.
Go on to be more around town with Brian Snyder and them boys. Listen to the Vault with Bobby and Sarah. Listen to Engraven. Listen to the Wonderkin Show. You know, do all those nice things. You know, make you feel nice and tingly inside. And then when that postseason comes, and that pressure starts to mount, and you see Josh Allen, and you see Patrick Mahomes, and you see Joe Burrow coming back, and then you see the Steelers making a return. You start to quiver in your boots. You start to shake. You start to do all kinds of goofy shit, and then all of a sudden, the light bulb hits, and it's like, oh damn, we gotta actually beat these teams, and we don't do it. What's gonna happen then, Charlie? What's gonna happen then? Are you gonna feel the same way that you feel now next year? The year after that? The year after that? The year after that? I don't know, man. I don't know. But that's the Ravens carousel that we're on right now. We're on a carousel of losing. And until we get off that carousel of losing, we're going to continue to keep doing the same thing over and over again.
Let the people know how to keep up with us, Raj, and if they find us for the first time, what do they need to do?
Hey, man, I see a bunch of you guys in the chat, and we definitely appreciate you coming through. I'm just venting right now. Nothing really serious. I do feel this way, though. But if you're new to the chat, if you like what you hear, please hit the like and subscribe button. We value you guys' opinion. We appreciate everybody that's in the chat. And we want the Ravens to do well. So let's not say that. We want the Ravens to do extremely well. We want them to beat, the Buffalo Bills, the Kansas Cities of the world, the Pittsburgh Steelers. We want them to beat these top tier teams in the AFC and get, to where they need to get to. But in order to do that, they're going to have to get out their own way. And they have not proven that they can do that. So we appreciate everyone coming through, at 2 o'clock in the morning, checking in, because I'm pretty sure you guys can't sleep either. But I would like to say it's going to be okay. But I would be lying to you if I told you it's going to be okay. And I'm not going to sit here and do that. So just can you continue to keep watching, man? Keep your fingers crossed. Hopefully the Ravens find a way to do something of importance this coming next season, sadly.
But we even had Patrick Queen clapping back at Roquan Smith, Raj.
He said he's going to join him in Cabo, I believe, or something like that.
Yeah, got the jet for you.
Yeah, we got the jet waiting for him so they can both go on a trip together and, be goofy,
Pain.
I guess.
Pain. Seriously, pain.
Oh, big pain. Yeah, that's big pain. That's losing pain.
Thought the year with the Chiefs, didn't even get back to him.
Not at all. Not at all.
Raj, let the people know what we got on the channel. Oh, here goes some more. We got Tyler Wallace, and there go the free agents. But yeah,
I mean, if Tyler want to come back, he can come back. Everybody else, like I said, can go. They're all welcome to go.
in Cleveland, it's free agent.
He's definitely not coming back. You know, Harbaugh can't stand him. He's in the doghouse. Are they asking? Another Roger is asking me, is Harbaugh on the hot seat? The answer is no. He is not. He is not on the hot seat. He's not going anywhere.
What's up, Roger?
He'll be vindicated because they'll say he did a great job coaching the team, and he did his very darndest and his very best. Going damn well, he's just always getting by every year. But no, he's not on the hot seat.
Well, he is signed, I think, through next year.
Yeah, he's not going nowhere. Yeah, he's definitely not going nowhere. What's up, Gregory Fisher? What's going on with your buddy? I like that Undertaker thumbnail.
Yeah. Any final thoughts, Raj, before we get out of here? I know we had a lot of content. Oh, there it is, Raj. I was looking for this picture all night.
Oh, thank you, Raymond.
Yes, you know, the end of the season. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for traveling out the country.
Yeah, thank you for spending all your money on us, and we're not getting the job done. We appreciate all you guys, and we're going to hang up a nice banner to say that we were division champs for 2024, although it doesn't mean a damn thing. But the final thoughts, like I said before, we appreciate you guys. Like I said before, we appreciate you guys, and I'm just venting, man. I am. I'm just venting a little bit. I don't know. Should I put out your other video about you venting or
I mean, you can. Why not? More content. You can put it out tomorrow. Just put it out tomorrow.
Yeah, I put it out tomorrow. Byron
this.
He has his own specific thoughts if Lamar Jackson's going to win a Super Bowl for us or not. So stay tuned.
I'm kind of with you. No, I'm kind of with you right now. But no, to be honest. I mean,
yeah.
Just being honest.
I mean,
because I feel like Buffalo. If they lose or whatever happens with them, they're going to go get Josh Allen more weapons. They're probably going to add pieces to their defense. I mean, they traded for Stephon Diggs. They swing for the fences. So I think they will continue to get better. And I think the Chiefs will continue to get better as well. You think they're going to let Mahomes have a weak offensive line like that next year? So,
yeah, most definitely. They always going to do what they need to do to get better. And I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, I like EDC. EDC is not terrible. But,
right.
You know, it's wasted efforts on his part. So
just need one more big move. We need that Roquan Smith, Marcus Peters type move. You know what I mean? That move that puts you over the top, that moves the needle. Because when he made the Marcus Peters trade, the instant impact, the Roquan Smith, you get a playmaker that can make an instant impact and really moves the needle. Yeah, we've had some decent moves here and there with the Tre'Davious Whites and even going for like a Deontay Johnson, even though it didn't work out. But
you don't really have that. That's the problem. You don't have complete game changers. Ray Lewis was a game changer. I granted he was a Hall of Famer, probably the best middle linebacker ever. And I like Trenton Simpson, but
I thought he was.
He shit the bed in the middle of the season. So I don't know, man. Like I said, I don't know where they go at from here. They're in limbo. They'll figure it out. They'll probably be back in this position again next year, and I'll probably do the same thing again. They're going to do the same shit again. It's just going to be, instead of it being Mark Andrews dropping the football, it might be I don't know, somebody else. I ain't gonna say who it is. I'll just say somebody else.
Oh man. Well, if you got a subscribe button, hit that bell. Raj, we got a show tomorrow, episode 474, National Championship, Ravens, Commanders. I'm previewing the conference championships.
Yes, sir. Got a lot of content coming tomorrow, so just stay tuned, stay locked in. We'll be, talking national championship. Be talking about more of the Ravens, of course, more of the Commanders as we prepare as they prepare to play the Eagles. Be doing coverage on that, so stay tuned for that. Also, wrestling content wise, we'll be doing SmackDown, AEW, as always, and we'll be doing other things. So just stay tuned, man. It's not that even though the Raven season is over, the channel doesn't stop moving. So we'll have content.
We'll be breaking down free agents, maybe do a free agent wish list. I mean, Roger, we said it. I mean, and Charlie just said it. Receiver, edge rusher, secondary. I said inside linebacker, maybe another offensive lineman even. You really can't go wrong with that. But shout out to Roger Rosengarten and Falele holding down that right side. At least Lamar and Linderbaum. At least Lamar is going to have a solid 3 offensive linemen moving forward. Hopefully they can bring back Stanley.
Yeah, please bring back. If anything, you can bring him back. Bring Stanley back. Give him a nice little deal. Give him some change. He played the entire season this year. He didn't miss not one game. So, and he played pretty well during the entire season. So, please bring him back. If you got to go out there and draft another lineman, you can do that. But you'll have 3 people that you can rely on that are solid. Even for Layla, I'm not being funny. He was very solid this month and a half. So you're gonna have a decent line. You're gonna have a decent offensive line to go through next year. Hopefully they can build upon that.
Agreed. And you still got Matt BK, Travis Jones, and those guys up front. Michael Pierce, hopefully, probably back as well. So, offensive and defensive line still should be pretty solid there as well. So, we'll see what happens in the offseason. We'll be doing more content. Got Commanders content, Ravens content, previews, post games, pre games, live streams, and so much more tomorrow. National championship, NFL playoffs, previewing the conference championship games as we are, on the cusp of the Super Bowl and heading towards Saturday night's main event and the Royal Rumble as well. Social media producer, Big Raj, and yours truly, God's favorite host as well. Only place giving you sports how you want it, Raj.
When you need it.
Yeah, it's not really any candidate I want Roger out there, man. I don't want Ben Johnson really after what he did yesterday. I didn't want Mike McCarthy. I don't want Bill Belichick. I don't want Dion. I don't want any of those guys. I don't think there's a coach I really want that would make me want to get rid of Harbaugh personally. That's just me.
And this is the reason why he's not going anywhere. He'll be here next year. Like I said, this game really, outside of the 2-point conversion, this game wasn't his fault. He's not out there throwing interceptions. He's not out there fumbling the football. He's not out there dropping passes and missing, dropping 2-point conversions. He's not doing that. So, and on top of that, the defense was terrible. He helped turn it around. So he actually coached pretty well this season. I know we give him a lot of hell most of the time. We've been asking to fire him for the longest. But this particular game was not his fault. The team was prepared to win or prepared to play. They just fell apart, like they always do, at the wrong times.
It's like deja vu, Raj. Remember this play? Sheesh.
Yes. Oh, yeah, I definitely remember that. With Andrews dropping it. Yeah, I remember that. Me and Dre was at where was we at? We was at Towson Glory Days when we watched that play. Yep, we was at Glory Days.
All right, that's all I got, Raj. Hey, shout out to all of you guys up late with us, man. Whether you are in East Coast, Central, even West Coast time, it's 11 o'clock now. So shout out to all of our people watching. Happy Martin Luther King Day, happy Inauguration Day. And it's the Flex Zone. If you just find us for the first time, hit the like button, hit the bell, the subscribe button, and sign off below. Comment on our videos, and we'll be here each and every day with more content, more Ravens content, and more. And even more content with the Super Bowl. We got Ravens creators coming through, and more content coming your way. So, Raj, appreciate you, brother, putting the kids to bed. Ravens lose 27-25. Headed towards the offseason. A lot of needs. We'll see what they do. We'll be here to cover it on the Flex Zone. Have a good night, y'all.